Let's talk about Trump and trade deficits, or as he calls it, America getting totally ripped off. You've heard it. We're losing. China's robbing us blind. A deficit is a loss. Sounds dramatic, right? But what if I told you this whole economic horror movie he's been narrating is actually a Disney cartoon, with the math of a toddler and the logic of an anvil? Trump has been screaming about trade deficits like it's the boogeyman hiding under America's bed. His economic plan was built on this myth that the U.S. is some kind of global sugar daddy just handing out money while getting nothing in return. Spoiler, that's not how trade works, or how math works. So tonight, let's rip the mask off this economic Scooby-Doo villain and reveal what's actually going on, how trade works, what Trump completely misunderstands, and why his plan to fix it. Oh, honey, it backfired harder than a discount fireworks display. Let's break this down. A trade deficit happens when one country, for example, the United States, buys more stuff from other countries than it sells to them. That's it. That's the whole thing. But Trump hears deficit and thinks loss, bad, sad, because he sees America like a failing business. Probably because, well, experience. Here's what he forgets. When China sells us phones, they get US dollars. They can't exactly spend those in Beijing street markets. So what do? They invest those dollars back into the U.S. economy. That's right, they give the money back, but now it's buying stocks, bonds, even building factories. This is called a capital account surplus, and it always balances out the trade deficit. They are economic yin and yang. So every time Trump yells, "We're losing," economists yell back, "You're literally just doing math wrong." Armed with this galaxy brain logic, Trump launched his trade war. Enter tariffs. Now, if you're new here, tariffs are just taxes on imports. Trump called them beautiful, which is weird because they made food, TVs, clothes, and appliances more expensive for Americans. That's like saying, "I love my tax bill. She's stunning." The plan was to punish China by making their products more expensive, but instead of building factories in Ohio, companies just moved supply chains to Vietnam or Mexico, like trying to squash a balloon and watching the bulge pop up somewhere else. Oh, and the cherry on this economic sundae? The trade deficit didn't shrink, it grew. In fact, it hit a record high. That's right, Captain Tariff's big mission ended with the exact opposite of his goal. And we all paid for it. If you're still with me and haven't rage smashed your calculator yet, smash that like button instead. Subscribe for more unhinged breakdowns of how policy gets made by people who still believe NAFTA is a type of snack food. So what happened? Did China pay for the tariffs? LOL? No. U.S. importers paid the tariffs, then they passed those costs on to you, which means you paid more for everyday stuff. It was a tax hike wrapped in a star-spangled slogan. Studies showed these beautiful tariffs drained $1.4 billion a month from the economy. By the time you finished watching this, someone just paid extra for a microwave. And remember those big tax cuts Trump signed? Yeah, those blew up the deficit. So America had to borrow more money from the same countries we're supposedly winning against. You can't make this up. It's like yelling at your landlord and then borrowing rent money from them. Here's the truth. Trade deficits are not evil. They're not a loss. They reflect investment, global confidence, and economic complexity. Trump treated it like a golf score. Lower is better, but this isn't golf. It's like chess on a Rubik's Cube in a wind tunnel. His trade war didn't protect America. It punished Americans. It wasn't about making trade fair. It was about looking tough. And looking tough is expensive when the bill lands in your lap. So the next time someone says, "We have a massive trade deficit," just smile and say, "Yes, and thanks to it, your 401k isn't crying."